The man ran home like his life depended on it, only to find his wife lying in bed covered in blood. But everyone in the room stood there emotionless. He looked around, confused, first at the priest who had just arrived, then at the doctor beside him, but no one gave him the answer he needed. He rushed over to ask his wife directly, but before he could, she weakly made him promise to make sure their newborn son had a place in this world. He agreed immediately, but still, she left him behind. Ignoring the nanny's protests, he went straight to the baby's crib. He had to see the child his wife had traded her life for, but the moment he opened the blanket, he was frozen in shock, speechless. He grabbed the baby and ran to the river, and just as he was about to let the child go, a patrolling officer happened to pass by. He had no choice but to flee. After shaking the police, he gently placed the baby in front of a nursing home and quickly ran away. Thankfully, the boy was soon found by a kind-hearted couple, but when they saw the baby's face, they were both startled. So, the woman rushed him to a doctor. After a detailed checkup, the doctor just kept shaking his head. The child was only a newborn, but he looked like a man in his 90s. The doctor urged Quinn to give up. She could barely keep the nursing home running, but when she looked at this poor, helpless little boy, Quinn, who couldn't have children of her own, decided to raise him anyway. She named him Benjamin and introduced him to all the elderly residents of the home.
God in heaven, he looks just like my ex-husband.
Against all odds, Benjamin made it to 7 years old, but he still looked like an old man. Since he'd never left the nursing home, he didn't realize how different he was from other kids. So, whenever he saw children playing on the street corner, he couldn't help but wonder why they could run so fast, while he needed help just to climb the stairs. Even taking a bath required his mother's careful care. As time passed, Benjamin slowly began walking without a wheelchair, and one day, he met his first real friend. His name was Odie. He was short, but had the wildest stories that made everyone curious. Because of those stories, he never treated Benjamin like a weirdo. In fact, he treated him just like anyone else. He took Benjamin on the bus for the first time to get a soda from the park, and generously shared his life lessons.
But I tell you a little secret. Many people, tall people, white people, they're just as alone as we are. But they're scared shitless.
Those words stayed with Benjamin for a long time. A few years later, Benjamin was walking with a cane, and that was the day he met a special girl named Daisy. From the moment he saw her, he was drawn to her beautiful blue eyes. And Daisy was just as curious about Benjamin. She sensed the childlike soul hidden inside him, so she loved talking with him. Every time he looked into her bright, crystal clear eyes, Benjamin found himself opening up, telling her all his little secrets. But it didn't take long before their closeness was discovered. Daisy's grandmother caught them and lashed out at Benjamin with cruel, hateful words. He had no choice but to run to his mother's arms and cry in silence. But soon, even his mother would no longer be his to hold on to.